Good morning. Hans Joseph states that preservation of humanity and life is something that's born innately to us, meaning that we are all born to respect human life. And he says that this is best exemplified by new parents. So I am a new parent, and I have to agree with Mr. Josephs. So I want to introduce my artifact or my little symbol that incorporates that I will incorporate my values and personal credo too. So this is Mr. Ducky, and this is my daughter's play toy, and she's 3 months. Um, and I'm going to talk about the commitments to the differences. So first off, she's a female, obviously, and Leah Stewart had a great article on gender. um, I want to reject ethical orientation to gender. I feel like we're all human, male or female. We're human. We all have emotions. Uh, Not to say there's no differences, but in these emotions, but I really feel like we all are from the same cut, and I want to reject this orientation by fostering dialogue with my daughter, keeping it open, um, maybe not making such uh, recognitions and special accommodations. Even in what she's wearing, I want her to choose what colors suit her. I want her to decide if makeup's something that she wants to wear, and I want her to have confidence that um, she is not at a disadvantage at all, which is interesting because in the Stewart text, there's an author, Jagger, that writes about abandoning the notion of women's issues, and that struck a chord because uh, there is something um, implied, whether it be natural or inevitable, about a woman having issues, and I just think that is perpetuating the problem, and I'm gonna do everything I can so that my daughter doesn't feel like she's born with at a disadvantage, because there's such things as women's issues. Um, I This is a hot topic with the U.S. women's national soccer team. Um, WNBA, they're talking about lowering the rims to 9 feet, but yeah, let's move on. So I need to talk about my second commitment, which is to um, self-transcend, and that's so broad. But when it comes to ethnicity and racial challenges, um, you know, an author mentioned white privilege, and um, white culture is obviously something that is prevalent in the U.S. But I really feel like we need to move towards those differences, and that's my commitment to my daughter, is to try to make her comfortable with what is different and not reject what is different. And there's no right or wrong, just different in this case. And um, I'm not telling her to, ignore your rational fears if you're afraid of heights. I don't recommend that you climb a tree or uh, jump off of a bridge, or anything like that. So just my commitment to her is to encourage her to embrace differences. Sit next to someone who's not being treated well, and if they're not as socially comfortable as you, well, go sit and talk and try to foster a dialogue. So that is what I believe is at the core of the quote by Arnitz, Fritz, and Bell. It has been, is, and will be the differences, not the commonalities, that present us with ethics, demands, and challenges. So choosing what is right to me and choosing what is right to my daughter over what the group feels is right is challenging for both self and for the group, to have to approach someone that's dissenting from the group mentality uh, but that differentiation, that is how people grow. That is how people learn, and it takes courage and bravery to be that one, and it's challenging. So I think that's what's meant by that, and I think Mr. Ducky would have to agree with me that uh, you know we got to be trendsetters and do what's right. Okay, thank you.